This is the intro to the song Sorrow, and it's played by David Gilmour, and it's on the Momentary Lapse of Reasoning album by Pink Floyd. So, what's happening in this introduction is feedback. And what feedback is, essentially, is taking your amplifier and your pedals and cranking it up basically to 10 or as much volume as you need before it starts to feedback. So it's basically generated from the amplifier, and it's assisted by the instrument and by the effects that you use. Normally you would use some distortion, and I'm also using some echo, and I'm using some compression and sustainer, and just a little bit of chorus, and that helps to get the sound that I'm looking for. And on my amplifier, I'm using my distortion with the drive setting basically up to maximum, and I have the master volume set on my amplifier right now about 3.5. And what these settings do is you could take essentially any note or any chord, and sometimes it helps when you face the guitar towards the amplifier. My amplifier is right here, you can't see in the video, but it's basically right there. And I am just going to demonstrate one more time. So if I just play, I'm going to click the standby on. So you essentially hit a chord or a note, and through time, it takes a little bit of time, and the feedback begins to develop, and it creates these wild sounding overtones, and it's also again amplified by the echo effect. So getting on with it, what I'm going to do is turn some of these settings down a little bit so that we can hear ourselves while I'm demonstrating this introduction. So it's not as loud as the very beginning, so we won't get as much feedback. However, the way the solo begins is on the 5th string, and it's going to be on the 5th fret, and you play that note on the 5th fret, which happens to be a letter D note, and you just slide it up to E. So again, I played the D note and slid it up to E, and then I played the E one more time, so it's essentially pluck, slide, pluck. And really you want to have your whammy bar on your guitar for this solo introduction. You can switch between vibrato in the left hand on some notes and vibrato with the right hand on some of the notes. So if I do the left hand, it's going to sound like this. And if I did it with the right hand, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so it's kind of two subtle different sounds there. So after we do that slide to the E note on the 7th fret, we're still staying on the 5th string. I'm going to play, which was pluck the 7th fret of the 5th string, slide up to 9, slide back to 7, and now slide to 5. And that's your next note to pluck. Okay, and then always vibrato the longer notes, whether it's right hand or left hand. The next thing is open 5th string, and then sorry, I played wrong. Okay, so putting that all together, we have let me go over just the last few notes again. It's actually going to be a G on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then a B, and slide that up to D. And then you normally let this note ring, get some great nice feedback out of it, and then do a slight dive bomb, and then hit the chord when the whammy bar is depressed. And then let it slowly come up. And that's really something you can't do without a whammy bar. So I'm going to just demonstrate that again. We've got G, slide up to D, vibrato with the right hand, dive bomb, hit the chord while the pipe is depressed, and let it come back up. And then vibrato that chord with your right hand. Okay, so there's a little lesson on the introduction to sorrow. Talked about feedback, talked about how to play some of the opening parts, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.